Hey everyone, Jason here. In this video, we're going to compare the Bowline versus the Double Dragon loop. Most of you will be familiar with the common Bowline knot. It's a well-known, easy-to-tie knot that creates a fixed loop at the end of a working line. The Double Dragon loop is a less-known loop knot, but it's been gaining popularity over the past few years. It's also a relatively easy knot that also creates a fixed loop at the end of a working line. Let's first compare the ease of tying these two knots. The Bowline, with a little practice, can be tied in approximately 11 seconds, which is pretty quick for tying a knot. Now for the Double Dragon. Working at the same pace, the Double Dragon loop is tied in approximately 28 seconds. Although both knots are tied relatively quickly, the problem that slows down the Double Dragon is dressing the knot at the end so that it's in proper form and cinched up tight. Often when you tie a loop knot, you need to adjust the size of the loop. And in this case, adjusting the size of the loop is done with a comparable amount of difficulty, although the Double Dragon may be more difficult to untie after being heavily loaded due to its structure. Speaking of the structure of these two knots, you can see one of the most identifiable characteristics is that the Bowline has the tail end terminating inside the loop, while the Double Dragon has the tail end terminating on the outside of the loop. While this may not be important while comparing the two knots to determine which is better, it is important to know when deciding how to use the knot for specific applications. For example, if you need a loop knot that's going to be working around or near blocks and pulleys, then having the tail end terminating on the inside of the loop will be much better because the tail end won't get snagged up within any devices. I'll be honest, for me it's a difficult decision as to which knot is better. One aspect of this comparison that comes to mind is that the Bowline offers a lot of different variations, while the Double Dragon is limited to a single knot. Still, I personally think that the two knots are of close to equal value, and both are worth knowing. Let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see the other variations of the Bowline, I'm putting a link in the description. Thanks for watching.